Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Happy and I'm the Crafty Chemist. This is a Woolvember and swimming update. What I'm showing you here is yarn I finished in 2019. It is Shetland wool with merino and maybe some other things that I mixed in, like little silk pieces. I decided that I wanted to participate in making the Clapotis shawl this year. I've never made it, even though it's one of the most popular patterns on Ravelry. I'm going with the updated version where you twist stitches, and instead of knitting the stitch that's going to be dropped, I am purling the stitch that's going to be dropped. It was really hard to show myself doing this with the camera on my table, but I decided to go ahead and do a row of it. I thought about taking this one with me to the swim meet, the state swim meet, but I decided to be too fiddly, and I'm going to use these 5 balls of yarn. They're worsted weight, and I did blend them myself to make them be a set. I also spun the yarn and washed the fleece that came right off of the sheep. The Shetland sheep was a very light color, which I believe is called a lilac color. So as you can see, like I said, I'm struggling with this a little bit. I haven't had a whole lot of time with it, but this is something that I did start recently, even though I have like 20 or something knits that I'm working on right now. So I'm just going to lay it out here so you can see how there are purl stitches between columns of stockinette, and the stitches are twisted on either side of that purl stitch so that it can be dropped. I'm using knitting needles that my grandma gave me. Well, yes, that my grandma gave me, and she had them for a long time. I don't know if you can see the size there, but I have a lot of yarn to do for that project. Up next is Frosting Cowl by Sharon Ann Holt. I started knitting this in the summer after I bought the yarn at a yarn store in Columbia, Missouri. I'm also using a little bit of leftover Knit Pick Stroll, and this turned out to be the best project for knitting while I stood in line to get seats. I already had the tickets, but to get seats to watch my son swim at state. This is a speckled yarn. I don't remember what brand it is, but it's really pretty, and the mohair I also bought at that shop, and it gives the cowl a really great texture. I've actually made one of these before for a friend and gave it away, so this is my chance to have one of my own, and I especially adore mohair yarn because I love the fluffiness of it. Up next, we'll watch my son swim the 100 butterfly in prelims and set a state record. My son is swimming in lane 4, which is at the center of the screen.
Lane 4, Phineas Theon, Cape Central.
All of the swimmers and their schools are announced, and then they start the race. This is something that my son has been working towards since he was about 6 years old. He saw the names of other swimmers from his school on the record board at the pool, and he wanted his name there too.
Come on, Phineas. Come on. Finn. Come on, Finn. Doesn't look like he's flying. Come on, Phineas. Come on. Come on, Finn. Come on, Finn. Come on.
In addition to winning the 100 butterfly at state, my son also won the 50 free and set 3 school records in addition to his state record. Each year after state, the boys have gone to California Pizza Kitchen for dinner. And as it was my son's senior year, they wanted to continue that tradition. Next to the California Pizza Kitchen is a Barnes & Noble, and I found this coloring book in the $9 section, and it was one that I didn't have. So I went ahead and picked it up, and I'm very excited to do some pages in it soon. We did have a really long wait to get to dinner that night, and so the kids wandered around in the mall for a bit, and I just enjoyed some time on my own walking and taking a look at this new book that I got. Up next, I want to share some mail from Inglenook Fibers, and I haven't purchased much from them this year. It's really hard to get in on their updates, but let's open this and see what I got. First up is the Nebula series. They have one for the Hubble telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope, and each of the blends are just gorgeous. In addition to being wonderful colors, they are a wonderful blend of wool and silk, and I think I may spin this for Advent because I haven't picked up any Advent calendars, and maybe make something out of them as a whole. But I'm going to take them out here so we can take a look at them and see how pretty they are. You know, the purples on the end, not exactly my favorite, but those greens are spot on. So that's the Hubble bag, and let's open the James Webb bag. That pink is great. So here they all are. They're going to be so much fun to spin. Can't wait. The other thing I bought were some little bats that were dyed for a colorway called November Mood. It's one of my favorite blends because it has flax and rambouillet, and I've spun this blend a number of times. I love this dark, moody blue with a little bit of green in it. It's like a midnight tree. This one's also very dark. Been into spinning dark colors lately. It has so many more greens. This one with a pop of pink in there. It's so pretty. So soft, I just want to squish it. Squish. This is probably my favorite one of the little bats. Look at that. It's just a lovely green color. And this one is the most colorful. This definitely reminds me of some sort of a bush in the fall. This is kind of a gradient set, so I could spin these individually or in one long thing. I haven't decided what I'll do. I think it was like 7 ounces, so definitely enough for a pretty good sized project, and I may blend it with some other things. These are the big blue balls I blended over the summer. They do have some flax in them. I have 3 left to spin. I have just finished one of them on the bobbin. I'm going to show you here. I just need to take it off. I have about 1,000 yards total with these 3 skeins I'm going to show you. And obviously I'll have enough for a really great sweater when I am done. Thanks for watching.